get your hair percolating. Oh, Miyagi, just one bite, you won't regret it. Oh, Miyagi, get you some.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another pose review, okay? Giving you all of me, giving you everything, all right? Look, let's just go ahead and get right into my notes. Hold up, let me get back to it. And the category is luscious, bodacious body. Yes, it is about the titties. The tittiness of it all right? It is about the juiciness of it all, okay? Shake them tits, shake them tits, shake them tits, okay? Pray Tell is giving y'all the business, all right, tonight with the luscious body femme realness category. And for some reason, that little old boy in drag Candy, okay? Little black boy in drag, why are you crying? You know what I'm saying? Candy is a part of the House of Abundance. Candy Abundance, okay? She's the bitchy one of the crew. And she does have the face, but she does not have the body. So why she decided she wanted to walk, I don't know. Electra told her, girl, this is for the body, okay? And you do not have it. And she wasn't listening. She decided to prance and walk and give you angles and thinking that she was giving you curves. But baby, she wasn't giving you no curves, okay? She was just giving you all face. And Pray Tell is like, honey, I think you're mistaken. I think you misheard. This is for the body, not the face that you are usually winning every week, love. This is not that, sis, okay? So you need to go sit your ass down somewhere. And Candy is like, this is a sexy category, and ain't nobody sexier than this bitch right here. And Pray Tell is like, all right, boo, we just gonna let the judges have to tell you. We gonna have let the crowd tell you. Everybody was booing. That bitch got six. I was like, oh, we going to hell, bitch, because that's the lowest scores. We going to hell with these low scores, 6, okay? Candy, baby, give it up. I don't know what Candy was thinking this episode, okay? So Candy goes running outside, feelings hurt because she didn't win or get any good scores in a bodacious body femme category. But you weren't, because you don't have that, okay? So Angel goes outside to talk to her. And Angel's trying to comfort her, but she being a bitch as usual. And Angel is like, look, girl, let me tell you what happened to me last night. And she starts to run this story about how she and Stan were in the bed in flagrante delicto, getting into it, having a good time, you know? And she mentions how nowadays men like girls with a body. And I just kind of feel like, nuh-uh. Like this is the late 80s. The early 90s was still the time of the Lisa Bonets, okay? And the Whitley Gilberts of the world. Sorry that I didn't say Jasmine Guy's real name. Sorry. The Jasmine Guys of the world. The skinny, pretty, light-skinned, curly hair black women, okay? And even white women. This was not a bodacious body era, so I don't know why Angel feels that way, but I guess in their culture, in dressing up as women, when you have body, when you have softness to your body, it's easier for people to think you're a woman, and that's obvious. We all see that. Fat drag queens, if they got a good face, bitch, they will get away with it faster than a skinny one, because y'all heads be big. But if your body is bigger than your head, and you got it snatched in the right spots, and you got a little softness to your face, and you know how to beat your makeup and not wear no nasty ass plastic hair that might fuck up the illusion, then you might be able to pull it off. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to do it. But if you skinny and you got all this angular bone structure going on, and they may be beautiful, especially if you got mouth, okay? But then you got all these shoulders. Ooh, look at his shoulders. You got like the man rib cage. You know what I'm saying? You got the man V. You don't have the body. You know what I'm saying? So Angel is telling this story. And at some point, Candace is like, bitch, why are you telling me about the man that you got? I ain't got no man. I am lonely. And you think we about to be, skinny sisters or some shit like that, statuesque bitches, forming together as a group in love and dignity? No, okay, no, bitch. You got a man, I don't. What does you being skinny and your man liking, his fluffy wife. What does that have? Because that's what he said. He was like, now that I think about it, after she had the kids, she got kind of, thick, and I liked it. I'm not going to, lie. And this is one of those situations where I think they're trying to present a type of person, a type of gay person that is hard for everybody even now to understand. And that is men who don't like other men, but like transsexuals. They like chicks with dicks, okay? They like pretty, feminine looking, big titty women who just so happen to have dicks. Okay, this is a different category from man who likes man, because a lot of the times men who like men do not want a man with titties. And it's weird. It's not, I don't want to say it, it's fucking weird. Fuck all that. It's weird, okay? We're all weird. That's okay. It's not a problem to be weird. It's just something that I noticed that they're talking about this, because this is something even in the gay community that is confusing. Like, how can you be attracted to what you look at as a woman, but then expect it to still have a dick? And it showed itself up in a lecturer's storyline too, and we're going to get into that. But back to Angel and Candy. So Angel lets Candy know that she know the person to go to get all of that fixed. So they go to this doctor. Not a real doctor, another one of these, motel, apartment, booty plumping, silicone injecting, cover your wounds with super glue bitches that are now in jail these days, okay? Because people have been dying. I don't know what the fuck, like, is this a real thing? Was y'all really doing this in 87, ho? Was y'all really doing this in 87? Because if y'all was doing this in 87, y'all should have told the girls in 2010 that this wasn't the move to make. Because they out here getting their asses plumped and all of that shit. And now look, okay, Michelle had to go get all that shit sucked out of her bloodstream so she could be healthy and not be hurting and in pain every day, because that shit will get into your bloodstream and fuck up your whole life. Have you all in pain. Having you can't use your ass. And look at Nicki Minaj. Her ass is not real and it doesn't move. What's the point of having a big ass if it don't move? If when you tap it, that shit don't go bruh, 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 then you are missing the desired effect, sis. Like, I'm just saying, do you know the funnest part about being with a woman with a big ass? It's all of the playing with it, all of the grabbing it, the squishiness. Like, don't get me started. I had a girlfriend once. Never mind. I don't want to get into my life, Jesus. I don't want to get into it, but I'm just going to say, shout out to Kiki. Anyway. Anyway, y'all, so they go to the one doctor. The first doctor wants them to pay like $1,000. So they're not really with that because they don't have that type of money. So they postpone this for now. So Damon is in class, you know what I'm saying, giving you I'm happy, I'm dancing, give me life, Alvin Ailey, yes, Debbie Allen, yes. Y'all don't know how much I live for dance. Okay, my mom was a dancer. I spent most of my childhood and teenage years dancing. Like I did everything, y'all. The only thing I could never master was that damn tap dancing. Shout out to Maya. Okay, moving on and tap dancing on that ass. But I digress. Damon was dancing and giving life. Okay, and there's a showcase, but the showcase is only for seniors. And he's like, Miss St. Rogers, I can do it. I can dance better than all the seniors. And, you know, he didn't say it with such dramaticism, but I'm here to insane you, okay? And she's like, well, I guess I'll let you do it, you know? And he gets to dance, and he goes to rehearsal, and he's dancing his ass off and in his normal joy. But we notice that he's a little slow. He's not feeling too good, excuse me. And come to find out, he got the flu. He threw up, went home. Blanca is obviously very worried, putting a thermometer in it, you know, in his ass and shit like that. Just playing. Trying to make sure he's okay and tending to him. And she asked him, have you been sexually active? Are you using protection? And he's like, why are you asking me that? That's personal. And I'm like, personal? Damon, what the fuck are you talking about? This is the AIDS era. What are you talking about? How do you not know that you catching a flu can be like a sign of you having HIV? Like, I'm just saying, you guys, I felt like, I don't know, I had to be at least under 12 like I want to say under 12 years old, when I became fully aware of HIV, AIDS, and how it all worked, okay? Mainly because I had people around me who did have it, who caught it in one way or another, and my people didn't shield me from anything, so I watched a lot of shit. And I understand this is a different time, but Damon is a teenager that was living on the street. And you mean to tell me you don't know that this sickness could be a sign of HIV, especially because you are sexually active and had sex and the condom slipped off, as you said it, but then later we found out that it felt better without the condom, so that's why you let Ricky put it in raw, and now you want to act all shy? I am not here for it. So later on, Angel goes in to feed Damon some soup, and he asks her about why Blanca asked him that. And she was like, it's because she thinks you're circumverting, okay? It's like the first sign that you have the virus. You get a really bad flu and you don't get past it. So now Damon is flipping the fuck out, and he is worried that he might have HIV. We're all worried. We're all watching like, no, not after the first time, no. Do y'all remember that movie Kids from like early 90s back in the day? Used to be on HBO. Tell me if y'all seen this movie Kids, where everybody was fucking and it was Latino, black, some white kids, but just heavy urban kids. Everybody fucking going to parties and shit like that, and the girl had sex for the first time and catch HIV, and then her friend who had been fucking everybody got tested and she didn't have it. Do y'all remember that? Tell me y'all remember that, because that's what this reminded me of. So anyway, later on, Ricky comes over to take care of Damon. And that's when, he's like trying to get up and go to practice. And it's like, bro, you have 101 fever. Sit your ass down. You ain't going nowhere. I've had pneumonia before. When you sick like that, you can't do anything. So to even try is ridiculous. Like, I was going to work with pneumonia and like would go shoot something, come back and pass the fuck out. Okay? Now I'm out of sick days. My fucking life. Don't catch pneumonia at the beginning of the year, y'all. Don't do it to yourself, because you'll be out for 6 days. And Lord, if you only got 8 sick days, you fucked, okay? Like me. He asked Ricky, have you been tested? Like, do you know you clean? Are you sure? Because now he's worried about this. And Ricky's like, I don't know. He's like, what you mean you don't know? Ricky's never been tested. Ricky been flying around giving that daddy dick to everybody who will have it, but has never been tested. And I feel like that's just such irresponsibility during this time period. But I do realize that most people aren't getting tested out of fear, and also because they see that when their friends do get tested and find out they have it, they go from being well to being sick, especially when they go through the treatments. So, it's just kind of like a scary moment where we're all watching on the edge of our fucking seats like, oh my God, Damon could have AIDS. We knew Ricky was a hoe, but Ricky don't even know his status. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you grew up in the 90s and that was so much a part of, entertainment. Are you getting tested? Make sure you don't have HIV. Like, we grew up being conscious of getting HIV and AIDS in a way that they weren't. And to see the juxtaposition of that is just very interesting to me, especially now considering, there have been so many advances. Like, I can't say enough how happy I am. Whoever the fucking scientists were, I'm going to have to Google this later. Whoever the scientists were who have come up with all of these ways to prevent HIV and AIDS, to stop it from killing people the way it has, like the Lord. Okay, all right, with me right now, oh, right now, he woke me up this morning and started me on my way. I said the Lord is blessing me right now. All right, give y'all a little church, because that's how I felt when I think about the difference in how this was a death sentence at this point. So Electra goes to see her man, Mr. Ford, Dick Ford, a.k.a. Stabler from SVU. Look, y'all don't know how much I love him. Y'all don't know how much I love him, and I wish he would go back to SVU just so I can see him every week on Wednesday, okay? Thong, 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 thong. Wow, wow. Basically, the situation with Electra and Mr. Ford is they have been together for 10 years, okay? And she goes to his apartment or the hotel, whatever, to, put some loving on him and spend a little time together. And they've been with each other other and fucking like bunnies for 10 years throughout like 3 of his, failed marriages and shit like that. It's like they failed because, you're LGBTQRS, whatever. Well, you're not straight. Let me tell you something. If you want titties and a dick, you are not heterosexual. I just want you to know that, okay? The dick is what takes the heterosexual part out of it, just so you know. So I don't know what you call this exactly. I don't know if they've come up with a name for this shit, and I'm sure they will. But he's a special type of man. And the conversation goes into Elektra wanting her surgery. I want my surgery. I'm doing this with or without you. She softens it up for Mr. Ford, okay? Very, like as Funky Dineva would say, fishy bitch, like real dainty and lady, like very soft and demure for Mr. Ford in a zick, okay? And she just basically lets him know that regardless of how he feels about it, this is something that she wants to do for herself. And he reminds her that he pulled her up out the gutter, okay, with cum-stained carpets and strip clubs and sucking dick on the side and all of this type of shit. Mr. Ford saved her. And he, feels like she hasn't been able to do anything else by herself, so how is she going to go on and have this, sex change without him? And he's not for it. He doesn't want to be with her. He's not going to fuck with her if she does not have her dick in the room. Okay, that's what his exact words were. I don't know what it is, but I want the dick in the room. Okay? And we kind of go through this dialogue in which we find out that Elektra doesn't even like to be touched. And Angel had this same thing, where they don't like to be touched on their dicks, but at the same time, their men like that they have dicks. It's all like very, it's kind of crazy when you think about like all of these like nuances that make a difference in whether somebody's dick is gonna get hard or not. I'm just saying, but now Elektra knows that if she goes to get this surgery, she's not gonna have any help and she's gonna lose her benefactor and she might lose her cushy life. But at 40 years old, Elektra abundance is about living her life for her, regardless to what that means for her and Mr. Ford, because she knows that eventually Mr. Ford is going to find a younger model to replace her with. So she has got to live her life for herself, because they're not going to be together forever, bitch. And once again, the category is bodacious body. Okay, look, it's another category. It's another walk, all right? And Elektra is backstage getting her femme. Elektra is backstage getting her, her face beat and getting ready for her femme category to walk through, giving you all the softness of a real woman, okay, with the extra appendages, okay? And here come Candy walking up. Candy got these booty pads in thinking she's about to fool somebody, and Elektra is like, oh no, you are not walking under the house of abundance with that, okay? Candy says that she's serving body, and this is the image that she wants to project. Elektra lets her know that that image is cracked and distorted, bitch, okay? Let me tell you, do you know why we walk? So we can use what is real, okay, to create the illusion. Look at these legs, these lips, these cheekbones, this taut waist. It is real, okay, baby? And what you are serving is fake. It needs to be streamlined, and it needs to be suited to your body, which is not what you are giving. And if you walk out there and walk in this show, then you are going to be embarrassing us, and you are fired, honey. And guess what? Candy ran at Elektra like she was going to beat her ass, and Lulu and the rest of the kids jumped in front like, oh, no, you done lost your shit, bitch. You done lost your mind. You're not going to play with mother in this way, okay? So she go out there and walk in her little skinny bodysuit with her booty pads, thinking she giving it all to you, thinking she giving you everything. And Pray Tell is like, stop the damn music. Stop the goddamn music. Kenzie, we can see that you must be wearing the biggest maxi pad ever created and wrapped it around your waist. We can see that it's not real, hun. We can see what's happening. And then one of the drag queens pat her on the butt. Yeah, that's patting all right. And embarrassed her ass. And she go running out crying and shit. And Elektra is like, as I thought. I told you so. And Candy is like, you are the worst house mother ever. You beat all of us down just to bring yourself up. Fuck you, Electra. And I was like, oh, so she not in the house no more. But then she's still in the house though. Like, you not walking, but you still living in the apartment. I was like, well, that's how this works. That's love. That's love. So after Candy runs off, Electra goes and does her femme category, and there's a new woman who we've never seen for from House of Extravaganza, which was a real house back in the day, Aphrodite. And Aphrodite comes walking through giving you all of the realness of a woman, okay? Giving you titties, giving you ass, giving you softness, giving you face, giving you hell, whipping it, giving you everything. Was great competition for Electra, okay? And so, you know, she actually wins. Tens, and Electra gets the runner-up category, and she was very gracious about it. She was like, let's go get a nightcap. So they sit down and they having, you know, a little coffee and cake at the Denny's or whatever. Aphrodite tells Electra how she looked up to her and how she's the blueprint for how to really be a woman. And I'm sorry, y'all, that keep fucking me up. Every time I say that name, it starts to say something and fucks me up. But anyway, Aphrodite was saying that she looked up to her. And Electra feels like, you know, you looking up to me and I'm just an old queen. Wish that she had the courage to go and get this stuff done that Aphrodite went and got done. And she starts to get emotional and talks about how her man doesn't want her to get the surgery and all that she's going to be giving up. And Aphrodite gives her some really good advice. She goes over to the side of the booth and put her arm around it and say, you know, no man is worth your peace of mind, no matter how much money he has, okay? Because ain't nothing like looking in between your legs and seeing nothing there. So if you want this, you do this for you. And it encouraged her. It encouraged her to make the decision that she ultimately is going to make. Kenzie, because she lost that last battle so terribly, decides that she's going to go to another cheaper, scary, okay, fucking Pillsbury Doughboy Michelin man looking transsexual to give her the butt shots. Angel goes with her, but Angel is feeling like this shit ain't safe, okay? It ain't safe, it ain't safe. It ain't safe for the transsexuals too. It ain't safe, it ain't safe. It ain't safe, it ain't safe. Don't do it, all right? So Angel is like, I'm straight. But Candy goes along with it, and Candy gets the shots, right? So now they got another bodacious body category, bitch. And she's gonna walk. And Angel zips her up and tells her, you look good, girl. You look good. But Candy is sweating bricks, okay? Dripping sweat and talking about, you don't feel hot? No, bitch, she don't feel hot because she didn't get pumped up with lead. Whatever the fuck that was, that crazy looking bitch put in your ass, okay? But she go out there, and she giving you body, and she giving you curves, and she's walking. And Pray Tell is like, oh, and word on the curve is those curves are bought and paid for, honey. Okay, not fake booty pads, okay, but real additions to your body, real enhancements, all right? And she wins 10. And I just kind of feel like, why did she win all them 10s? Like, she looked good, but I'm sure there was some people who looked better because when she lost the last one, they had you know, girls up there that looked way, you know, more feminine in their bodies than she did, but whatever. So she puts her hands up in triumph as she wins. Okay, finally winning this bodacious body category, giving y'all everything that she wants to project. She puts her hands up to the sky and puts her head up to the Lord, and then she passes the hell out because apparently she caught an infection. And we find her later back at the House of Abundance, and Electra then procured her some antibiotics so she can get herself together. And she's still all pissed off, telling Electra that she doesn't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. You look how you look and you have your man and your money. I'm lonely as shit. You have no idea what it's like. You've been a terrible mother to me, only putting me down to make yourself feel better. And Electra tells her, but I'm not happy, baby. I'm not happy. Every time I take my clothes off and look at my body, every time I have to duct tape my dick to my panties, no, bruh. I don't feel proud of who I am. I don't feel happy in my own skin, just like you. But you know what? I'm going to do what makes me happy, just like I want you to do what makes you happy. And if you would have let me know, I would have put you in contact with the right people that wouldn't have your ass laid out on my couch 3 steps from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of make up, and Electra says that she was wrong for kicking Candy out of the house, and they kind of make up, and it was a sweet moment, and Candy felt loved in that moment, which I feel like she really, really needed. Her whole hard exterior is because she feels like she has no one, and also being, I'm sure, a black little boy growing up gay, realizing that you want to be a woman does not make for a soft, gooey sinner. It makes for somebody that didn't have to fight, that's had to be abrasive, that's had to protect themselves. So I see Candy, but I also see Candy. You know what I'm saying? So when Ricky and Damon were having a conversation, Blanca overheard them, and she went to go talk to Pray Tell. And they decide that Pray Tell and the rest of the boys need to go get tested because they've been too scared to do it. So he, invites Lil Poppy, Ricky, and Damon out to lunch and tells them that they're going to get tested. They go and get tested. Everybody gets their blood taken. Wait a couple of weeks, everybody goes back to get their results. All the young boys come out negative. Pray Tell, on the other hand, comes out positive. And the emotional breakdown that happened in that office, because it was the moment that Pray Tell had been fearing this whole time, and to finally have it said and know now, that crushing feeling. I mean, the guy who's playing Pray Tell is amazing. Because just in this moment, I can remember watching the moment where, Pray Tell is trying to keep it together, but can't. And it just, just comes out, and he needs a moment to collect himself. And he goes back out to the boys and doesn't tell them, says that he came back negative and is going to basically carry that to himself. But later on, he's with Blanca, and she's putting on a new gown for Damon's showcase that Pray Tell sold for her. And Pray Tell tells her that he lied and that he actually does have it. And of course, Blanca, being Pray Tell's best friend at this point, is heartbroken by this news, because she was living in this moment of being happy that everybody else was okay. And, she comforts Pray Tell and tells him that they're going to be all right. They're going to help each other, and they're going to be there for each other this whole way as long as they can. And I just, oh my God, y'all, this time period with this going on in this community like this, it's just, oh my God. It always gets to me, because I feel like it was one of the worst, most inhumane epidemics that we'd ever had, just because of the ignorance and who it was attached to, and how people found ways to validate wishing that upon somebody. Like, it broke my heart. I'm not even gonna lie that Pray Tell was positive. I really wanted him to be negative, But I'm guessing we'll, watch that happen, and I'm not ready for that. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not ready. So Angel and Stan, y'all, last part. I know I'm all over the place, but Angel and Stan are at their apartment having a good time, and he can't get hard. He says it's because he was drinking a lot, which just happens. When you drink too much, your dick can't get hard, okay? Like, it actually happens, okay? But Angel, because she's feeling insecure, because she never went through with any of the butt shots, and she couldn't afford to get it from the other lady, so she's just walking around her regular skinny bony self with that thought in her mind that Stan is more attracted to his wife. So she's like, oh, so you shot your load off earlier with your wife? Oh, you don't want me? Oh, is that what it is? Oh, see, I'm not doing nothing else with you until you tell me your story. Until you tell me your story. Have you been with other men? And Stan is like, no, I've never been with any men. I haven't been with any other men. I'm not attracted to that. I'm just attracted to you. I just want you. You all over the place right now. Like, it's only because I wasn't drinking. Angel is like, would you feel better if I had the surgery, if I got my dick cut off? And he's like, I wouldn't care. I would want you anyway. Like, if you get it, if you don't get it, I would want you anyway. But is that what you want? Is that what this is all about? Do you, need money for that? And she's like, oh my God, you do want me to change. You do want me to change. Get the fuck out. Get out of my place. You son of a bitch. Get out. And I was just like, whoa, Angel. Whoa. Whoa, bring it back. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Angel, but Angel gonna have to get it together, okay? It's probably them hormones, because I'm sure Angel is still taking hormones, or whatever the situation might be, but Angel tripped the fuck out. And Postan don't know what to do. But anyway, that was everything that happened on this week's episode of Pose. I'm sorry it's late. My work schedule got all switched around, but I wanted to make sure I got it out to y'all. I love y'all. Please don't forget about Scentbird. Scentbird. I smell good, bitch. Yes. Get into it. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not. Check down below in my description box for the percentages off. You can get discounts on hair care products, on skin products, on the Sugar Shack bath bombs. You can get your whole life in my description box, okay? So you go ahead and do that, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
On my hood, I look fly.